Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome back to some more Heart of the Machine. I just figured out why I wasn't progressing with homelessness. It's because I needed to build a single residential mega tower before I could actually do this. No? Why does it say chosen in other timelines? Never. Oh well. Yeah, so we're going to end homelessness and then start World War IV or something like that. Okay. This may also push me forward on this whole intelligence class dealio. Let's see. So let's find somebody nearby. Perfect. Okay, project started. Solve homelessness. Now we have the deep obsession. Luckily, we're in a very good position to not have to care about this. Who's currently exists? Oh, it's a female mimic. I have a female mimic? Let's see. Active graphene mesh. And lightweight components. Not sure if I have any. Okay. So where's a good spot to build a ton of residential megastructures? This one. I know I've already done this goal before. I was actually I left this feedback on Discord, but I'm going to say it here. I really wish this game had the Outer Wilds, like, ship log system. Specifically for clearing some of these things, clearing out some of these goals. Keeping track of some of these goals. One of my slight, I don't want to say agonies playing this. Let's see. One of my slight issues playing this game, let's see. I'm currently at 600,000. We want to get up to just over 1 million. It's hard to keep track of everything. And so, like, I knew for Great and Terrible Protector, I needed to do something, but I couldn't quite remember what small condition I was missing to be able to progress this further. And so I'd been sitting around kind of, okay, we've done that. So now we just need the... No, we need you. There we go. I knew I needed something to make this work. I just couldn't remember what it was. And so I was sitting around being slightly frustrated because I wanted to progress with Great and Terrible Protector, get that rolling. Let's see. So I need 3,000 more people. Well, that's like half of it. That should be the other half. All right. So now we have Deep Obsession, Frustration Mount, Small Arms. Hey, this gets me some good upgrades. Yeah, there's Carrier Hull Strength. Drone Quality, which I've never figured out if drone quality is actually even that helpful. Probably just combat vehicle armor plating. Buff that up a little bit, and then keep going for rifle stuff. And so yeah, having like a little map or web or something that's like, hey, you're trying to do the Great and Terrible Protector. You've already done this twice. You completely forgot to build a residential mega tower, and since it wasn't suggesting it, I was just like, all right, maybe I'm just incapable of doing it on this timeline. Because there's no indication of whether or not I've failed the objective and can't progress with it, or if it's still an option for me. And so having just something to be like, hey, here's a reminder, since you've probably forgotten how to do this exact thing that you've done a couple of times before. I'm a huge proponent of quality of life as a gameplay reward mechanism in a video game. Stuff like, I mean, honestly, the being able to skip the explorations, you know, not having to do that all over again is really nice. And I'd love it if more games had that as just like little quality of life perks for playing the game, experimenting, learning, but not having to repeat actions over and over again. Because I like taking alternate paths, but it's when I'm doing the exact same thing again that I start losing it. Okay. There we go. but then also do the same thing again, or have to do the same thing again, but I don't exactly remember how. Because, I don't know, at least on a personal level, it's kind of frustrating to be put in that situation where I'm like, I know I'm missing something, but now I'm going to have to either, like, fiddle around for a while that might even take longer than the first experimentation because I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm missing something obvious. It kind of like, learning a word for the first time versus trying to remember a word that you already know but you've forgotten about, if that makes sense. You know, of course, you know, run into anti-disestablishmentarianism as a word and you're like, what the heck is that? What does that mean? And you look it up and it's easy. But if you're trying to remember anti-disestablishmentarianism as a word, this is just the first word I could think of that I hadn't thought of in a while. But, you know, trying to remember that word off the tip of your tongue, where it's like, you know what it is, kind of, but not really, is just super annoying. Okay. Now, what other slums do we have? Got a couple out here. Let's put these here. And then, can we do remote? Or not a remote, point-to-point microwave. I'll just put it over here. That should give me some space. Let's see. Slum deconstruction hub. I'll just put them up here. Put a repair spider nearby? Yeah. This way, if they get destroyed, so be it. Okay. That's mostly covered. There's like one area that isn't, but that should be fine. Okay. Anything else to really speed this along? Apart from, oh, it's scaling up micro builders. That's another one I can get done quick. Design new buildings. And I think we're good. So, the next question is, are these mine? Yeah, these are all mine. I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of convictors. I don't think there's actually much for enemy convictors or anything for me to grab at this point. I think it's mostly just dealing with these. Because yeah, almost all of these guys are Espia Telecom. Do I just have a ton of my worker predators already on the field? Well, that's sick. They might not be currently focused on what I need to do, though. Okay. I'm also noticing a number of these cruisers going around. Just shooting at things. And it might be one of those where I actually should go out of my way to eliminate those before they're a problem. Well, that's a hell of a lot of landlords. That's fine. We don't really need to care. Oh, do we want to get the... Yeah, let's just get 2 of these down. Let's see. Is the chain... Oh, am I a fool? Do we not have the toilet paper? Unbuilt. No, I guess we never did that exploration on this one. I thought I did. Oh well, I guess we're gonna go insane. Okay, so what are we low on? Anthroneuroweave, things that we don't care about. Yeah, so we have no toilet paper on this playthrough, and maybe that's fine. Oh, no, I have simplified economy on, so we might not have to worry about it. I lost my bastion that I'd parked over there. Oops. What is these guys' yeah, they don't have any armor piercing. Right, we do also have the Vorsiper military sweeps, which are kind of their own annoyance. So I'll keep an eye out for those, because they're going to be an issue. Okay, famine has started. I thought the famine had already started, kind of, sort of. And we're not going to care about the prison drive, because that makes no difference here. Damn, that's a lot of landlords. Oh. Honestly. We just shoot it. Oh, there's an Inquisitor. I guess I should probably care about that. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna move this back where we don't have to worry about it. Never mind. I apparently have to care about it. Well, where's this sword man? Oh, we have one right here. Sick. The funny part is we do a lot of morale damage to those guys. They're a pain. Okay, is everything else going fine? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, for the whole tracker thing... Oh. Another one of the cruisers. For the whole tracker thing that I was kind of talking about, I posted about this on the Discord and got a couple of responses from people saying, like, you know, the developer wants people to experiment. And I agree with that. I think experimentation is good, and I think that's one of this game's greatest strengths, is that there's a lot to experiment with. I think it's mostly just there's only so much experimentation that's possible in this game. This isn't a true, like, radiant sandbox. It is very much a guided experience. Start to finish, it's just you don't know exactly what the fact that one of those guys can just kill a convictor right out is annoying. Let's see. I want one. Let's see. But yeah, it's not a true Radiant sandbox experience. There is, you know, there's only so many ways to complete each and every one of these quests, and so I was kind of hoping it would be one of those that, like, as soon as you've completed a goal, maybe you get, like, a basic overview of how to do it again. And then once you've completed it 2 or 3 more times, it gets, like, more and more verbose. Or maybe it tracks every single step you've done, so it's like, okay, so you've already done this step before. Are they... Oh no, there is an Inquisitor in there. Okay. I was like, holy shit, are the landlords killing a convictor? That's possible? No. Sneaky sucker is just ambushing me. Let's see. Because, yeah, having that kind of information as a reward for, like, beating a timeline or beating these goals or clearing certain parts of goals or stuff like that, I think would make a massive difference in terms of, let's see, can I actually get more bulk nickel bots here? I can, but not comfortably. Do we go over here? Sure. Because I can just slam a couple of these guys down. Even if they get blasted, it doesn't matter. We're out of neuroweave. I mean, this is all going fine. We have nothing to worry about. Frankly, I should probably just slam the next 10 turns. It might be a little bit more than 10 turns. Unless something pops up that it's getting destroyed. Then I'll care. And once again, random Inquisitor killing a Convictor. And I don't get more Convictors at this point. Oh, they're hunting animals. They're after my raptors. How do I pull my raptors back? Because that's the maturation chamber. Okay, here? Where's my other war raptor? I guess we can check. I'm gonna have those off. Because right now we don't need them at all. I do wish the war raptors were considered workers. Same thing as the bears. Are they also... They're also hunting animals. Yeah, so it turns out having a hell of a lot of velociraptors running around in the city has a long-running problem. Or causes long-running issues. The main problem is it's summons some of the most, like, dangerous enemies that I have to contend with. Which is both goofy and slightly obnoxious. Is what it is. Let's see, what's up here? Okay, it's almost killing my Convictor. Gets blown to hell, though. They're managing to take out my slum deconstruction centers. No. I need those for things. I mean, they get automatically repaired, I believe. There we go. I don't know if there's a way for me to pull back the raptors at this point. Don't think so. Yeah, the problem is the Inquisitors are just popping up. Yeah, predators. Allies. But I don't think we have any allies. If there's some other way to turn off my raptors, I have no idea. And if I don't, so be it. I mean, this timeline's only going on for like a little bit longer anyway. There we go. Person's going for my network range extender. Not that that thing's particularly strong, but like the mine port still has a gun that works well enough. Okay, and that should be enough for the deep. Deep Obsession, Great and Terrible Protector is done. Look at some upgrades. Let's go for small mech armor piercing. Hardened Dynoroids? What do we have? More excuses and justifications. More Sec Force weapon shipments. Okay, we can work on some of these. Well, work. Oh, where'd my, guy go? My mine runner can do both of these. I'm gonna keep pushing the pressure points. Just have blending in. Oh yeah, they don't need the Warzite. It's more health, yeah, but... Okay. Maybe we're just gonna wait for the landlords to finish being a problem. Then I'll think about other things. It is baffling how effective... Oh, it's a squad of 41 Inquisitors. I guess that explains some of the issues with these guys. But yeah, we have a gazillion landlords that are a problem. And I don't want to do too much until they're not an issue anymore. Everything else is looking fine. They're getting murked. I think they're getting destroyed. Where's my foundry? I'm actually going to take this sucker down. No, I guess it doesn't make too much of a difference. Where's my Wraith? You're currently not in cloak mode. I'm actually going to just reveal this, so hopefully more of my bulk nickel bots will take these guys out for me. Maybe. I apparently also have too many sheltered humans. Okay, where am I at on this? Yeah, neural expansion. I think we need more mind farms. Because I probably just don't have enough capacity for mind farms. Yeah, we were just at maximum. And so I need more VR pod chambers if I can do more. Let's actually go to Metal Gear World. Okay, so you can build more mine farms? I think they've been working on this one, which is really mild. Yeah, let's go for a storage expansion. Because I guess I'm going to need a lot of those. Okay, everything else is looking good. Oh. And I guess I need... more bulk peacekeepers. I guess the syndicates aren't too happy about what I've been up to. Okay, we've got a bunch of those guys, but they're not too much of an issue. Rest will get sniped, so we don't need to worry about it. Landlords are maybe almost done? Nope. They're like roaches. They're everywhere. Yeah, what's up with the War Raptor maturation chamber? Just not getting enough egg. That's okay. And can't do anything else. Actually, gonna go back to this. If we're capped on Anthroneuroweave, there's only so much I can do about that. Let's see. Do we still have more sheltered humans? Wow. I mean, some confusing clipping, but we're not going to think about that. Yeah, because as soon as the landlords are done, this gets a lot easier. How many more slums do we have? Oh boy. We have a lot, actually. Well, it's fine. It's not like I'm really doing anything with this time. It's mostly just figuring, or kind of skipping ahead, making sure none of my important things get blasted. Which we seem to be doing a fine job of. There's a hell of a lot of... Who's shooting? You're shooting at me. There we go. Very mild vengeance. Take that out. I think everything's looking fine. I guess there's just a somewhat general surprise. What about how many units are still left on this map? But yeah, how many people are in the slums? Are we still? Oh boy. I was not expecting the sheer amount of people that I would have to pull out of the homeless camps here. To be honest. I guess this is what happens when you're on an industrial side of town. Okay, I'm just gonna build a ton of these. I just have to make sure, okay, it's just kind of gun shapes. You always gotta make sure you don't accidentally draw, like, a symbol you're not supposed to. I saw people talking about how, like, a lot of old games in the 90s, straight up were, like, hiding, hate symbols. Okay. Yeah, they would hide hate symbols in their like level design. You know, to be cheeky. And I mean, some of them were also like you know, games about World War II, so it made a lot more sense. But some of them were definitely kind of tacky. Oh, it wasn't even World War II. There's like, in KOTOR 2, there's a specific level that, like, I think you're on Korriban, the Sith homeworld, more or less. And, the actual level layout is in a swastika, which is not great, but I also, it kind of makes sense. Maybe it's a bit on the nose. It is the Sith homeworld. They are kind of terrible people. But on the flip side, it's like a little tacky to just use that symbol. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm more sensitive to this than other people are, but for me, it's one of those where it's like, I don't like normalizing it outside of games that are trying to be at least mildly historically accurate. But for like the Sith, you can come up with their own hate symbols. They don't need to borrow ones from Earth. Okay. Yeah. So at this point, we're mostly just waiting for the coming war. I think I'm going to save before we go to that. I just wanted to get this whole landlord rigmarole done before we did too much with it. Let's see. Other thing I should probably look into. I have a whole lot of research. Really? Support vehicle power does not include the carrier. That's wild. Yeah, it does include the mech carrier. I could also make it so it has like 100 more HP, but I don't think that's amazing. Yeah, combat vehicle armor plating is probably more useful. Let's see. So I could... Yeah, I'm just going to start boosting this guy streak. Okay. That should be pretty damn good. And then we'll start doing rifle upgrades. Because at this point, we're almost completely done with upgrades. Across the board. Let's see. Better mainframes, that should be the end of it. More war factories, more war captains. Neuroweaver, drone factory, Android launchers. Grab another one of those. Like, do we have any of these that are actually cheap and worth going for? Let's see, small mech power. It was actually quite good. Let's see, mech capacity, vehicle capacity. I'm burning through this so fast. Procurement efficiency. I guess I haven't been boosting these much. I don't know if I've needed to. Yeah, I'm trying to go for the mining skimmers, since we seem to be at least somewhat limited on those. And then, any of these other ones really necessary or useful? Crabs? I think I'll leave it there. Decent amount of upgrades all the same. Yeah, nice part is, I'm curious about this whole skip ahead thing. I guess the other thing I could try and do is get my intelligence class up to 7. I just don't know if it's possible. Oh my god. It's a right mess over here. Sup, suckers? Death from above or something. There we go. That makes that a lot easier. I know somebody was criticizing me for taking a more active role in these because it's... You don't need to, just let your dudes do it, but it's like, it's kind of fun blowing up a gazillion landlords with an airship. I meant in the video game. Okay, let's see. That section's fine. Still haven't figured out how to uplift a cat either in this playthrough. That was like one of the other things I was kind of hoping I could pull off. I might look that up. Let's see. But we gotta be getting close to being done here. Oh, somebody's shooting the convictor again. We can't have that. 600 armor piercing. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a convictor? Dual convictor. It's kind of wounded, but it's mine. Let's see. That's a good spot for it. You need to move, though. Yeah, I guess it's a secondary airport. Yeah, I'll put that there. Move this one over here. Leave it within range. Okay, and then apparently I need more residential mega structures, which is still so silly. I might actually be out of stewards. That's an interesting problem that I did not consider. That we might quite literally be incapable. Yeah, because Stewart does not show up often here. Like at all. Okay. Yeah, what do I do with this? Because I can make a couple of these. But it's not enough. The psych chamber is only one. Okay. It doesn't tell me about it. I guess I'm gonna have to turn these things off? I mean, we've already completed what I needed. Or we just let it go. And, this just becomes a weird problem. I guess the question is, how many slums do we even have left? I think it might just be that section. Nope, there's more. Okay, fine. Yeah, we're just going to turn them all off. Because, yeah, if that's just going to be an issue there, we might as well just say, nah. What do we need for that? Oh. It's the silicate stuff. Alright. That's manageable. Well, we don't care about the traumatized ex-cons. They're good. More Sec Force weapon shipments. If I can find it in this dense tangle of me owning everything. There it is. Alright. Well, unless I want to do Peace After Brutality, which I don't actually want to do, I can do that much sooner. I think we're going to try doing the Coming War and see what happens. Let's see. So who can trigger this one? I think anybody can. Oh. I turned it off. Okay, you can sense the coming war. Rather, you can sense the potential. The war will not start without your direct intervention. Of all the key pieces you need, except for the final bit. Oh. Question. Did I want to make... Can I not make mine farms? Mine farm. Yeah, I can make a bunch more of these things. I was lightly hoping. How many more can I make? 3. Okay, Shell Company, Bulk Peacekeeper. So that obviously is going to cause some issues. Let's see, what's the range? Oh, right. These guys have an absurd amount of range. Okay. Well, all things considered, this is a nuisance. Yeah, these people really don't like mine farms. Okay, what else do we have? More excuses and justifications. Yeah, we're just gonna probably keep giving this guy extra turns. I could move one of my mechs. Wipe him out. I guess we can move another one in. I think I have enough guard boys in the area that it's not a huge issue. The sheer amount of them is a little silly. Question, can I do anything else with these? No. Not really. And they're calming down. Structures with complaints. Mine farm has been destroyed. Should be fixable. It's not like you can just shoot these guys. No, I can't. Yeah, there's only a handful of these guys left. This isn't that bad. Yeah, they just really hate it when I build these things. Okay, no structures with complaints, just a bunch of paused structures. Everything's been rebuilt. Okay. Unfortunately, neural expansion... Yeah, I'm just going to need tons of that. One thing I haven't messed around with. I have 162 daring. That only costs 3 per. I got so much daring, why not? And it's still not enough. Yeah, we don't need the food forest. Yeah, we don't need either of those. What's it? 69. Oops, something got destroyed. It was skipping. It was another Inquisitor. Okay. Hatred of Vorsiper. Can I don't need to pin that anymore. I think 12 is probably good enough. How much armor piercing do these guys have? 737. Yeah, there's just no way. That's okay, we can get another Convictor. Easy peasy. Okay, so how's this looking? Is it stalled at 69? Is there anything I can do? Yeah, because we can also build more of these. It does give me more research, which is good. Okay, then those aren't under attack. What is buildable? What can I do? So I should probably put an Android launcher out here. Considering that area just kind of needs one. Yeah, it's more cyberocracy stuff. Forces. Animals. I don't know how to uplift cats, but I do wonder if it's one of those where I can uplift a cat just by finding a ton of them. Wait, we have sapient dogs. Phased across timelines. People are shocked to meet a talking dog, so they're very careful how many people they reveal their identity to. Okay, so we just have timeline hopping dogs now. Yeah. Because I'm trying to think of any other major tasks for me to, like, work on. And it's like, unless I obsessively rescue every single cat in the city, which I could. Yeah, so this airport. Oof. Really? Toxic cloud? Okay, now it's no longer an issue. Let's just zoom out of there. Everything gets wrecked. Yeah, like there's an endless amount of cats. I really wish there was some kind of way I could actually have my workers go rescue cats and dogs. But yeah, I think I'll have to look this up because I want to jump ahead to the war. But if that makes it so I can't uplift cats, then I should figure out how to uplift cats first, because that's like the last thing I haven't done yet. Okay, so the answer is uplifting cats comes in the cyberocracy thing. I don't know how I missed that. Maybe it was something to do with me uplifting dogs. Alright, well in that case, let's take a turn. Let's save again. Let's go to war. Okay, gotta pick this guy, gotta do this, and it's all the way over here, rude. Jump forward in time. Because I was hoping to get up to intelligence class. There. Saved by your ex. Oh. Assassination of the C-suite of Vorsiber was averted by a former coworker from another timeline. The ripple effects of this are important. Can't have prisoners. Without prisons, got prison mechs to leave the populace alone by eliminating all prisons in the city. Okay, nothing bad happens. The usual bombing of religious sites is averted thanks to the lack of change in upper management, to use corpo speak. The final doom still approaches. Unless something more is done than simply preventing the C-suite assassinations, your fate is likely to be the same. Okay, so it was cultist sabotage, vehicular cyber attack, assassinations, Space Nation invasion, religious differences. Okay, well, we have 99 turns before nuclear delivery. That should be doable. Alright, so how are we doing this? I don't know, actually. There it is. Okay, black market intel. You haven't seen him for a while. He looks nervous. Normally he'd be long dead by now. Do I even have a PMC imposter? I should. Somewhere. I don't. He must have gotten blown up in the mix. Okay, where's the guy? Nope, not that one. Here? Perfect. Okay. So we have done this before. So today's trading... Okay, you haven't seen him for a while. He looks nervous. Normally he'd be long since dead by now. Today's trading intel. And for you, it's free. It's been made aware he owes you his life. The Vorsiber executives are out of control. They've stepped up their attacks on UIH and Dagakon. Those two have been fighting mindless robot insurrections for decades. Have they never wondered why? If they knew the truth, it might be enough to bring Vorsiber down. And the proof? Digesting the files you see is right. Vorsiper's strategy of divide and distract is clearly not limited to their own territory. For a generation of 2 executives, they've made things increasingly miserable in foreign cities. If you wanted to get those exocorps to drop everything and invade, this is the evidence you need. Leave. Contact both exocorps. Yeah, so this is the one that I was starting to do just as I ran out of time in my other playthrough. The Wastelanders are surprised you want to contact an exocorp after what happened last time. Have them send the black market files. There's no coming back from that choice. Okay, then we're waiting 15 turns. Yeah, I had like 2 left. Yeah, we never did get the extra neural expansion. Here's a question. This did not scale up while I was gone. Damn. I was hoping skipping ahead would also just rack up a ton of that stuff. Alas. Okay. Bulk, no, shell. We need some bulk peacekeepers around. Because, yeah, if I want to build more mine farms, I'm going to need the firepower to protect them. Otherwise, this is going to be an issue. Yeah, so on a practical level, I guess what I should have done was just passed a bunch of turns. On an impractical level, that would have been a really annoying thing to have to deal with. Okay. Go back to this. I guess we must have enough deterrence up there that they don't feel like coming after me. Everything looking fine? Yeah. So how much does that put me at? 75 million. Ye gods. How do you even get up to class 7 intelligence? Is it even possible? I don't know. How expensive is this? Whoo boy. Let's not do that then. Yeah, I want to leave an amount of that for myself. Just for a subsequent timeline, though World War IV is probably going to net me some goodies. They're tanky. Let's see. Yeah, the Inquisitors are hard to work with. Maybe they'll go away once World War IV properly starts. That'd be appreciated. I'm curious what World War IV is even going to look like on this map, considering everything that I have done so far. And how much of the city is currently mine. Which is to say, almost all of it. I don't want to spam turns, is like the one thing. Just in case one of these guys shows up and plinks one of my convictors again. Wouldn't be the first time. And it would be annoying. Well, that ship didn't last. There we go. Everything else looking good? Yeah. Well, that looks fun. Incriminating evidence has been sent to both Dagakon and the UIH. You have a feeling you know what happens next. So we now have the AIX Mantle, expensive large mech with strong armor and firepower, low speed. Gauntlet, mix of firepower and mobility, has lower armor but longer range. And Stalker, ultimate in your arsenal, combines the best of everything at a higher cost. Early World War IV, you've kicked off the initial stages of World War IV, but your safety isn't assured yet. Won't be official until you pass what would normally be the final doom. Make sure you survive for another 83 turns. And a ledger issue, which is Raptor Infants. We don't care deeply about that. So, first and foremost, we got new mechs. I should play around with these. Considering the Stalker is supposedly the best, does seem pretty good. Can I just slap this sucker? Yeah, because I can get two of these. I can get at least two of these guys, right? Well, I can get this one at the very least. That's okay, there's nothing here. Just suburbs. Don't worry about it. What can I slap? Oh my gosh, I can give this guy some fun stuff. Now, I could just give him a bunch of albatrosses, which would be very funny. Shoot across the entire map. Let's see. I don't think he needs armor cracker. Let's see. I'll figure that out in a second. Think of the rails. How much AP does he have? 5 already. That's pretty good. Yeah, do I want to go for optical processing or a little... No. Let's go for optical processing. Oh. Oh, its range is this outer circle. Well. We're turning the Raptors back on. Then... I can't build any more creches. So I guess having the same amount of... Oh. Oh, I actually only have 3 creches. To my 5... What? When did that happen? Oh, I do only have 3. Hold up. There we go. That should solve some problems.